All right, everybody, welcome back. We're going to be diving into something really cool today. AI celebrities. Yeah, you heard me right. Virtual versions of, famous people. They look and sound almost exactly like the real deal. And guess what? We've got this page here for an app called AI Celebrity. It promises to basically turn you into the next big AI star. But hold on. Before we all jump on this bandwagon, let's take a closer look at what it actually offers and if it's all it's cracked up to be.
You know what's really interesting here? We're at this point where entertainment and tech, they're kind of like merging. Creating these AI celebrities is actually becoming possible, and this app is saying it gives anyone the tools to do it. It really makes you wonder how this could change how we think about fame and even just like making stuff online.
Okay, so first things first. This app says you can transform into any celebrity. They show examples of people becoming like Taylor Swift, Elon Musk, even historical figures. It sounds kind of wild, right?
It does tap into that thing we all have, like wanting to be someone else for a bit, especially someone famous. But the tech behind making these believable deepfakes, it's complicated. You're taking a photo of your face and putting it on a video of someone else. The AI has to learn like facial features, expressions, how the person moves. It's not just slapping a face on a body.
So you're saying those perfect transformations in the ads, maybe they're not the whole story.
It's something to think about. AI has come a long way, but getting it really convincing, it usually takes a lot of power and expertise. It's not clear if this app can do that for everyone.
And then they say it can create viral content automatically. Videos of your AI celebrity dancing, giving product reviews, all sorts of stuff. How much of that is actually possible?
Well, think about making any good content online. It takes more than just pressing a button. AI can help with some things like editing or writing scripts, but replacing human creativity and like knowing what works, that's a whole other thing, especially when you want to build a following. You got to understand what people want.
Right. They're also making these big claims about making money. They say you can earn $500,000 a day from brand deals. Is that even remotely realistic?
That's a huge red flag. Yeah, some influencers earn that much, but it's from years of work building a real audience, not some automated tool. Influencer marketing, it's competitive, it's always changing. You need more than just an AI face to stand out and get brands interested.
So this whole easy money thing, it's probably more hype than reality.
Exactly. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Okay, so maybe becoming a virtual celebrity isn't as easy as this app makes it sound. But what about the business side of it? They mentioned a commercial license. You can create and sell AI celebrity content. Is there actually a market for that?
There's definitely growing demand for AI content, especially for things like marketing and ads. But like any business, you need more than just the tool. You got to know the market, how to sell yourself, and do high-quality work that clients want.
So just having this app doesn't mean you'll be rolling in cash.
Not at all. It's tool, not a magic wand. You need the skills and knowledge to make it work.
They mentioned selling the content itself too, like videos, scripts, even music made by the AI. Is there a market for that kind of stuff?
There is, but it's tough. Science want original stuff that's engaging and high quality. It's got to fit their brand and who they're trying to reach. Just churning out generic AI content won't cut it. You got to understand what people want and how to stand out.
That makes sense. So this app might have some cool tools, but it's not a guaranteed ticket to fame and fortune.
Exactly. Look at these claims critically. Understand the tech and the business side of things.
Well, you've definitely given me a lot to think about. But before we get too deep into all that, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. What if AI celebrities become super common? What does that mean ethically?
That's a huge question, one we need to think about carefully. As AI celebrities become more realistic and everyone can access them, it raises questions about what's real, the nature of fame, even the potential for misuse.
So this app, it's not just a fun way to play with AI, it's connected to some much bigger issues.
Absolutely. It's like a mini version of these massive discussions happening about AI and its impact on the world.
All right, we've covered a lot of ground here, and we're just getting started. When we come back, we'll dig deeper into the technical side of this app. We'll see if it can really deliver on all those promises. Stay tuned.
It's really amazing to see how fast this tech is changing.
Yeah, it's mind-blowing. Okay, so we talked about the big claims and the potential impact of all this, but let's get into the nuts and bolts. Can this app actually turn you into Taylor Swift or make you sound like Elon Musk? What's the tech behind it all?
So at the core of it all is something called deepfake technology. Basically, it uses AI to make media that's super realistic, but it's synthetic, it's not real. Think of it like a super advanced Photoshop, but for video.
So it's not just like copy-pasting a face onto someone else.
Oh no, not even close. The AI looks at tons of data, facial features, expressions, how someone moves and talks. Then it uses all that to create a digital puppet. You can control it and make it do stuff.
Wow. That sounds incredibly complex. Can this app really handle all that?
Well, they mentioned using OpenAI. That's a big name in AI development. But even with the best tools, making convincing deepfakes, it often takes a lot of computing power and technical knowledge.
So what we see in their promo videos, maybe it's not that easy to do at home.
It's worth thinking about. They're showing the best results, probably heavily edited. The average person might not get the same results, especially if they don't really understand the tech.
They also talk about these dynamic emotional expressions. Like, your AI celebrity can laugh, cry, get angry, almost like a real actor. How does that even work?
That's where it gets even more interesting. Researchers are making algorithms that can analyze and copy human emotions. They look at tiny changes in facial muscles, voice tone, even body language.
So the AI is basically learning to act.
Kinda, yeah. Remember, human emotions are really subtle. There's a depth and complexity that AI still struggles with. You might get an AI Elon Musk who looks right, but gives a speech that sounds like a robot.
Okay, so maybe we need to keep our expectations in check. What about the other features they talk about? Like that 2-click viral booster tech. Supposedly it gets your content seen by millions. How does that work?
I'd be a little skeptical about that one. There's no magic formula for going viral. It's a mix of things: engaging content, the right audience, a bit of luck, and knowing how to promote it. No app can guarantee that kind of face just by clicking a button.
And then there's the one-click brand deal finder. Promises to connect you with companies that'll pay for your AI celebrity endorsements. Does that sound legit?
Highly doubtful. Building relationships with brands, negotiating contracts, making sure it's a good fit, all that usually takes human interaction and strategy. You can't really automate that with an algorithm, at least not effectively.
So this app isn't going to turn everyone into a rich influencer overnight.
It's important to remember success in any field, especially one like influencer marketing. It takes work skill and knowing how things actually work.
They also brag about making content in over 140 languages. Is that something to be impressed by?
Being able to handle multiple languages is impressive technically. It shows how AI can work with different languages and maybe reach a bigger audience.
So it's more than just Google Translate.
Right. But the question is, how good are the translations? Even the best AI can mess up nuances, cultural references, making the tone sound natural. Just because you can make content in tons of languages doesn't mean it'll connect with people in those cultures.
That's a good point. So what about that commercial license they talk about? They say you can make and sell AI celebrity content to clients. Is that a realistic business model?
It's an interesting idea for sure. As AI content becomes more common, there could be a market for companies that help create and manage these virtual people.
So you're saying there might be a time when people hire agents for their AI selves?
It could happen. But just like any business, success depends on more than just the tools. You gotta know the market, build a brand, find clients, and deliver work that's good and meets their needs. Having an app that makes AI celebrity videos is just step one.
So this app isn't a quick fix for fame and fortune.
Not exactly, but it does have some interesting possibilities, and it's a cool example of how AI is changing how we think about entertainment and making content.
All right, we talked about the claims, the tech, the business side of things, but there's another thing we haven't really touched on. Misuse. What are some of the risks with this technology?
That's a super important question, one we need to think about. As AI celebrities get more realistic and easier to access, there's this growing worry about how they could be used for bad stuff. Imagine someone making a deep fake of a politician, saying something to cause trouble, or using someone's image without their permission.
That's kind of scary. Could someone make an AI celebrity without permission and use it for something shady?
It's definitely possible. This tech is advancing so fast, it's hard to keep up with all the ways it could be used for good or bad. We need to be talking about ethical guidelines, regulations, how to protect people from misuse of these tools.
So this app, it's not just a fun toy. It's a powerful tool that can be used in good or bad ways.
Exactly, and it's up to us as a society to figure out how to handle this new world responsibly. We got to know the risks, talk about it openly, and hold the companies making this tech accountable.
This is getting pretty serious, but I think it's important to acknowledge these concerns.
Absolutely. We can't just focus on some exciting parts of AI. We have to look at the downsides, too. We can work to fix them and make sure AI is used for good.
This has really made me think. When we come back, we'll wrap up our look at AI celebrities and explore the big questions this tech raises about the future of entertainment fame and how we relate to tech itself. Stay with us. All right, we're back. And man, this deep dive into AI celebrities, it's really been eye-opening. Like, it's one thing to hear about it, but to really dig into it, the tech, the marketing, the implications, It's a whole other level.
It shows you how fast AI is changing. We're only just starting to understand what it can do and what it could mean for us.
Exactly. And before we wrap up, I want to go back to something you said before. This app, it's almost like a tiny version of this huge conversation happening about AI in general.
It really is. It's a perfect example of how AI is blurring the lines, what's real, what's not, creating all these new possibilities, but also bringing up ethical questions we don't have all the answers to yet.
Right. It's like we're stepping into this unknown territory. We're not sure what's going to happen. It's exciting, but kind of scary too.
It is, but that's what makes it so fascinating. We're living in this time of crazy technological change, and we have the power to shape how it all goes down.
So what can we actually do to make sure AI is used ethically, responsibly? It feels like it's developing so fast it's hard to keep up.
Yeah, it's moving at lightning speed. But that doesn't mean we can't do anything. First step, awareness, staying informed about what's happening, and talking about the potential good and bad.
So reading articles, listening to deep dives like this, educating ourselves, basically.
Exactly. The more we understand about AI, the better we can make good decisions and push for it to be developed and used the right way.
What about when we see AI content online? Is there anything we should watch out for?
Totally. We got to be smart about what we see and hear online. Just because something looks or sounds real doesn't mean it is. Deepfakes can be really convincing.
So we need to be more skeptical, not just believe everything.
Right. Especially with AI stuff. Ask questions. Think about where it's coming from. Be aware that someone might be trying to trick you.
This is all going to change the entertainment industry, big time. If anyone can make a virtual version of any celebrity, what does that mean for actors, musicians, influencers?
It's hard to say for sure, but it's going to shake things up. We might see more virtual performances, AI-generated music, even movies with AI characters.
So the line between human and AI entertainment is going to get blurrier and blurrier.
Looks like it, but then what happens to authenticity? Human creativity? Will people still care about real performers when they can get these hyper-realistic AI versions?
It's like we're entering this whole new world of entertainment. Endless possibilities, but we're still figuring out the ethics of it all.
Exactly, and that's what makes it so interesting to think about. We're not just talking about a new app or technology. It's a fundamental shift in how we make and enjoy entertainment, maybe even how we interact with the whole world.
This deep dive has been a wild ride, and honestly, I feel like we've just scratched the surface.
There's so much more to explore. Hopefully you have a better understanding now of AI celebrities, the tech behind them, and the big questions they raise about the future.
For sure. The biggest thing I've learned is we have to be having these conversations. We can't ignore how AI might change things. We need to be informed, involved, and ready to shape this tech to make sure it benefits everyone.
Couldn't agree more. It's on all of us to make sure AI is used ethically and responsibly, and that we're prepared for the changes it brings.
Well said. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI celebrities. We'll be back soon with another fascinating topic. Until then, keep those minds open, keep questioning the world around you. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out our other videos.